Andy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Crossroads on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and just myself on here again at the moment. And we're going to start chopping corn here this episode. Finally got some corn planted on the various fields. Oh, we'll just start with this field right here, actually, I guess. We'll be using the Claas Jaguar 960. And the Claas Jaguar pack here. Forget how many sizes are in this pack. I know there is two bigger, I think. It goes 970 and 980. And again, for those of you who have not seen this mod before, definitely a very nice looking chopper mod here. Like I said, the Claas Jaguar 960. For those who want this mod, I do believe I have a link in my mod list for it, by the way. So for those of you looking for a good chopper mod, definitely worth checking this one out. And like I said, I think I mentioned this a while back when we added it, just for something different here. We also got the John Deere 8000, and now the Claas Jaguar pack. Okay, we'll just hire the worker there, and let's go grab something to run chaff with. I think probably the GMC will be the easiest. Yeah, we'll just stick with the GMC. Actually, you know what? That's right. GMC doesn't like to be filled with chaff. Keep forgetting about that. Yeah, we'll use it for starters. We'll see how it goes, I guess. It's the one problem with the GMC here. Like the speed is already set. Perfect. And just a reminder here again, if you'd like to join us on the multiplayer server, anyone is welcome to do so, as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. Again, information for joining can be found in the description below. It is free to join the multiplayer servers. And if you do want to join us, pretty much the first thing you want to do is get on TeamSpeak. After you get on our TeamSpeak server, TeamSpeak, by the way, is just a voice chat client, similar to Skype. TeamSpeak is simply preferred for gaming, though, a much lighter weight client. And again, for those of you not familiar with what that means, it basically means a voice chat client that is easier on the computer than what Skype is. Skype is quite resource heavy, meaning rather than the resources from your computer going towards your game, it's going towards your voice chat client. And I think most people would agree you'd much rather have a better gaming experience than you would having, all your system resources going to your voice chat client. So that's the purpose of TeamSpeak there. And before anybody asks, no, we do not have Discord. We just have TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak is still arguably the better voice chat client. And I mean, Discord's pretty good as well. I guess really the only advantage Discord has is it's cheaper, as in mostly free. Whereas TeamSpeak, again, TeamSpeak can be completely free as well if you run your own server. But most people probably have their TeamSpeak server hosted elsewhere, similar to like what I do. The TeamSpeak server is hosted elsewhere. Whereas, like I said, if I host the TeamSpeak server myself, then it's basically completely free. Ooh, you're going to be able to handle the turn here. That's going to be interesting. And again, if you don't have TeamSpeak, TeamSpeak is free to download. I do have a download link in the description below. Just make sure you download the TeamSpeak client. And then once you got the TeamSpeak client downloaded, just add a bookmark for our server here. Again, server information's in the description there. It's simply rdallen.verygames.net. And the password is all lowercase RDAllen. Oh, that's probably the point where this is full. Yeah, it's right around the 55,000, 60,000 liter mark. And we're going to the biogas plant here, which is that corner of the map. I was thinking it was straight down for some reason. It's actually down there. Okay. And we currently have 3 Farming Simulator multiplayer servers. Server 1 is Say Valley. Server 2 here is Crossroads. And Server 3 is the Pine Cove production map. And the Pine Cove production map here probably has been the more popular as of late. Again, for those of you like a little more production-related map, definitely worth checking that one out. You know, more to do than just farming on that map, obviously. Oh, person is going to get run over. And then, like I've mentioned as well before, we do play other games. You know, some American Truck, Euro Truck. Of course, Car Mechanic Simulator, again, has been rather popular as of late. Almost to the biogas plant here. And like I was mentioning, I think this episode or two back, we'll probably be switching maps here fairly soon. As far as I know, we have another one picked out, so probably in the next week or so, we'll probably be switching to a new map here fairly quickly, at least on Server 2. Okay, looks like we probably want to back in here from the looks of it. Oh, let's not climb the bunker wall. Okay, there we go. Pretty much the better job you do of filling it now, the easier it will be to level it out later. Okay, back to the field we're harvesting at.
Channel switched. Channel switched.
Okay, like I said, we'll read some comments here in a moment once they load. There we go. Drew was saying I have the same problem with those logging forks. I use an Xbox One controller. Must be a mod conflict. So good to know I'm not the only one having issues with those log forks. I'm assuming he's talking the CSE log forks there, by the way. Don't believe anybody has posted any suggestions as how to fix that yet either, so must be a real stumper there. And yeah, like I was mentioning last episode there on Snappenz, so far I've been very unimpressed with the CSE tools. They were a strikeout back in Farming Simulator 15, and so far they've been a strikeout here in Farming Simulator 17 as well. Again, they seem really nice, have a lot of features with them, but you know, if they don't work, they don't work. What good is it then? Again, I don't remember what the issue was back in Farming Simulator 15. I know we had a couple different issues with them. Ended up getting rid of them back in 15 as well. And yeah, just kind of disappointing here in 17 as well. Still don't work. And you know, at this point too, I am probably going to blame the mod author for it. Because like I said, there's no other implements I have that are having that issue. You know, if it was a key binding conflict of some sorts, you would have to assume the other log forks I have will be doing the same thing, or any of the other front end loader tools will be doing the same thing as well. They're not. It's just the CSE ones that are doing that. Mathos is saying the cats are back. Oh, yes. And also the safety footwear. Well, of course we got the safety flip-flops on. What would you expect? Nightwolf was saying Farm Expert is available for the Xbox. It is. I did not know that. Kind of surprised by that, too. Phil was saying the reason you could not place your building down was because of the snow. So, yes, the snow was stopping us from putting the building down. Marna was saying, I cannot get the Brooks wood chipper to work. Did you put the blade on it? That's usually the reason why a lot of people have an issue with it, if they don't put the blade on it. Also, keep in mind, you also need to turn on the blade and the chipper. They both turn on and off separately, which kind of annoying. It'd be nice if they just both turn on at the same time. But you do need to turn on both the chipper and the saw. And again, you know, the saw blade that you attach to it. I don't know why the mod author decided to do it that way. Again, like I said, rather annoying. Just put it all in one. Especially, too, if you disconnect that saw blade, it typically falls through the map. Or if it doesn't fall through the map, at the very least, you'll probably will never be able to reconnect to it again. So, yeah, why they did it that way, I don't know. But, yeah, make sure you have the saw blade connected. And then make sure you have both implements turned on. And again, it usually works better if you put it on the end of our front-end loader. I don't know if you can put it on a telehandler or not. I've never tried that. We've always used it on the front-end loader. And that's always worked pretty good. Get a much better angle that way. Yeah, looks like we're full here again. Like I said, it's the one kind of problem with this truck. It holds 80,000 liters, but you can only get about 55 to 60,000 in it before it stops filling for some reason. Chat was saying, I think they keep the animals separate to avoid lag, at least in Farming Simulator 15. That could be, I suppose. I never heard that before, but that is a possibility. Solo Bugs was saying, the cats ate your Wi-Fi. Oh, they're definitely working on it in the video, that's for sure. For those of you not sure, the comments here talking about are from the Wi-Fi installation video I did. Or starting to do. It's actually finished now at the time I'm doing this here. Need to finish uploading the videos for it. John was saying, it looks like the cats are trying to steal the show. Glad to see you fixing the Wi-Fi to the shed. Yes, the cats were definitely trying to steal the show there, weren't they? Oh, went past the biogas plant. Actually, the only entrance to the biogas plant. Looks like it might be. Interesting. Oh, no, wait, there's one over on the other end here, too. Okay. I guess we're kind of taking the back entrance here. Ethan was saying, I have a laptop that runs spin tires with mods, and it only has a little lag. Do you think it would run Farming Simulator 17 fine? If you could run spin tires, yes, you should be able to run Farming Simulator 17. And again, you know, pretty much if you want to know if it'll run on your computer or not, just look at the minimum recommended requirements. Actually, let me change that. Don't look at the minimum, just look at the recommended. I would stick with the recommended. If you look at the minimum, you're probably really going to be pushing it. Try to go with the recommended requirements for Farming Simulator. I don't know right off the top of my head what they are. I'm sure they're listed on the Farming Simulator website or on Steam. If you want to get it through Steam, they should be listed there as well. Matt was saying there's a chopper at the sawmill on Snappenz. You've driven past it several times. It's actually just on the other side of the log sell point. Oh, okay. I'll have to remember to go look at that again. Oh well, the Brooks is still easier though. And yeah, we'll definitely have to wait till the snow melts and then we'll put some sort of shed up there to put our equipment in as well. Oh, missed our turn there. Oh well, we'll just go around the house. Yeah, it's kind of interesting on this map. The roads and driveways all look the same. So it's like, okay, going past the driveway. Nope, that's actually the road I need. I really got to pay attention to your map there. Jeffrey was saying the Midwest version of the Seasons mod will not let you plant sugar beets from what I've seen. Oh. I wonder why. Because that's definitely not cool. I'm not so sure about sugar beets, but I know at least where I live, we do have beets around where I live. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure we have sugar beets as well, I'd like to say. Could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they are sugar beets. So at least where I live, which is usually kind of considered Midwest, we can plant sugar beets. So why the Midwest Seasons mod anyway won't let you do it, I don't know. Amateur Gaming was saying I've started doing some live streaming as well. And you're one of my inspirations. Well, thank you very much for that. Jacob was saying maybe the snow was blocking the shelter. Yes, had several other people suggest that as well. So we'll see when the snow is gone. I suppose we could always plow a section out and see if that fixes it. That'd be rather interesting. Top Dog was saying I was the 4th person to watch your video. Well, that's too bad. Christopher was saying, how can you do this to me? Talking about our PC versus console showdown there, I'm assuming. Poker Player was saying, why did the PC peasants cross the road to render the other side? Apparently somebody's never played on a PC before, doesn't know what a console is, because that joke actually goes the other way around. Why did the console players cross the road? I've never heard the PC version of it before. But yes, that is a fairly common joke for the console there. Why did the console players cross the road? To render the other side. Phil was saying for your PC console showdown, maybe you should use 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in-game and set it at 5x time speed. He says, but PC all the way. Joe was saying, good video, perfect sound. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's a little difficult to get the sound correct when Windows decides to automatically change it for you occasionally. Which it hasn't done lately, by the way. Well, except during the live stream. For some reason, during the live stream, I don't know what happened, but the OBS turned down the sound settings for some reason. I don't know why that was or what happened. Or if I clicked on something to do that, I'm not sure what happened there, but that was weird. Never had that before. Ooh, and we're full again. It's actually being fairly consistent here, right around the 57,000 point. Dylan was saying on Drummond, most of the roads are wide enough for duels. Which is some good news there. 2015 Farmers was saying, where's the popcorn? We're going to need some popcorn for this. Chat was saying, he bought a Vultra and painted it green with yellow rims and called it a Dear John. Because after I cleaned the Wheaties and milk off my monitor, I had to admit it was pretty clever and gave him a like. And went back to Snappenz farm. Gotta love civilized competition. Oh yeah, we'll keep it civilized. PC wins. Oh wait, that's not civilized. PC Master Race here. Again, for those of you who have not seen the video, me and Thomas McConsole are doing a PC versus console. And we're doing it on the map Drummond Farms. And episode 1 of that here released the other day. One good thing about this truck, it's pretty much capable of going anywhere. Thomas was saying I've played both PC. Oh, that's a tree. I've played both PC and console, and console is a lot easier to play. Interesting. I'm not sure how you figure console is a lot easier to play, but okay. You know, if you mean consoles are easier to play in the fact that they have things like, you know, aimbot and the game mechanics are often easier on the console players, then you're probably right. Let's try not to miss our turn here. I guess there's a stop sign there, which if we listen to the stop sign might help. But who listens to the road signs in Farming Simulator anyway, right? Interesting, too, to see the different style of header here on the Claas as compared to, say, some of the other types of headers. I have to say the Claas header is definitely a very mean-looking header. You know, just to say, compare it to, you know, the other in-game headers here, which if I went to the header category would probably help. You know, say a header like the Krone here, which is, you know, completely different from the Kemper or the New Holland header. And then, of course, you got the Claas header, which is completely different from all of those. Just interesting to see the different, I guess, you know, the John Deere header is very similar to the Claas, isn't it? Still a little bit different. But yeah, completely different styles of headers here. Just interesting to see the difference. Obviously, I'm sure each company thinks their header works better. Yeah, at least for, you know, other types of crops, that's not something you really see. You know, say you get a John Deere combine header, draper header, or a New Holland draper header, or a Case draper header, Massey Ferguson, whatever. They're pretty much all very identical, very much the same, at least in the mechanics of the way they cut, and, you know, the reel, etc. you know, either an auger or a belt or whatever's in them to bring the crop to the center. You know, same thing if you go with a corn header. Between manufacturers, they're pretty much all identical, at least in the style anyway. But yeah, when you look at the chopper headers, they're definitely completely different styles on them. James is saying, as I understand it, a seasons ready map allows multiple layers of snow accumulation versus a limit of 1 layer on a non-seasons mod ready map. Also, the seasons ready map has snow mass in the Giants editor placed around buildings, shelters, keeping the snow outside. James also saying, I tried the CSE forks with just the CSE mod in the mod folder, and the forks still went crazy when hooked to a front loader. I think the mod is defective. I'll have to try that sometime. Just take all my mods out or create a separate mod folder or something and load up a save game with just the CSE forks, see what happens. Yeah, if it still does it with just the CSE forks active, I can even, you know, like reset the controls just to make sure. So if I reset the controls and just the CSE forks are active and it still does it, then that is confirmed. Definitely a defective mod. Which again, like I said, kind of too bad because they do seem like really good tools. And again, for those of you not familiar with the CSE pack there, it comes with a whole pack of loader and telehandler. And I think there's even front-end loader tools, if I remember correctly. I don't know how many different tools there are, but there is a bunch of them. And they look really nice. But again, at least the one I've tried so far, and again, it's the logging fork there. It just opens and closes by itself, which, of course, is no use. Scooby Dubbin was saying I get around 30 frames on my Xbox and about 400 frames on my PC. Yep, the advantage of superior hardware there will do that for you. Mini Trixie was saying I could do better in a 5-second video. Just say PC's better and that's it. Well, you know, see, Mini Trixie here, we got to convince the unbelieving console players that the PC is indeed better here. And, of course, for those of you who watch the live streams, we definitely have a bit of fun there with the console versus PC. Anyway, folks, looking at time, looks like it's about time to wrap up the episode. So just a reminder again, if you'd like to join us on the multiplayer server, anyone is welcome to do so, as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. Of course, the rest of the rules can be found in TeamSpeak, by the way. Those aren't the only rules we have. We pretty much have TeamSpeak set up with all the information needed to join the multiplayer servers. So yeah, once you're on TeamSpeak, you can get all the rest of the information. I do have download links for Server 1 and Server 2 in the description. And there's also download links in TeamSpeak as well for Servers 1, 2, and 3. As well as the passwords for the multiplayer servers and any other pertinent information. So like I said, folks, with that, we'll wrap up the video here. If you folks have any additional comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.